music just sounds good.
It does. It does.
I like that.
I do too, man. I wish he'd come and play on the back porch.
It's going to happen.
We need to get him too.
We're going to bring him out here for sure.
Yeah.
So
it's been interesting past few days,
it
right?
has. A little bit of frustration,
we're
right?
definitely not professionals. No, not at all. We found out the hard way, I think.
Yeah, we sat here. You probably saw the pictures we posted on Facebook and Instagram the other night, and we were wearing different clothes.
Right.
I was. I don't know if you were.
Yeah, I changed.
I think so.
Too bad.
Yeah, we recorded a good, at least 45 minutes.
We spoke for a while, probably too long, but when we got rolling, it just happened, you know.
And it was good. It was probably the greatest podcast.
It probably was.
That's what I think.
Okay, not only did we have no volume.
Yep.
But we were like in extreme fast forward.
Yep. So when I took the SD card out, we took it home, played it on my computer, and the whole 45 minutes of video was down to 1 minute and 21 seconds.
Right.
And there was no volume.
Yeah. So and prior to that, the setup, we were setting everything up. I ended up breaking the camera. God, there was so many things fighting us.
Forgot all about that. That's
my
why
goodness.
This guy here messed up the podcast.
Okay.
He knocked the camera over, he broke it, then he pressed all kinds of buttons.
Yes, and I just, you know, we'll take it back to the old hunting days. I just can't get right.
That's right.
That's right.
So we actually talked about that day. I had just gotten home from a baseball tournament that I was with my oldest son, Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And I had told you that I walked up to the baseball field. We were in Valdosta.
Okay, yeah, a recap.
Yep, and I walked up to the baseball field, and sure enough, in 30 minutes' time, 5 different people came up and said, "Hey, when's the next podcast?"
Exactly, yes. The same thing. Like, after our first one out, a buddy of mine sent me a text, "Hey, man, this not going to work?"
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And we've had so much feedback in person, people calling, people texting, and saying, "When's the next one?" And the first one was just our introduction, just kind of let us tell you about who we are and give you an idea of what we were trying to do here. And then I didn't expect that from that.
No. That was actually, it was real positive. It made you feel good because, like you said, we're doing this for fun, and it helped a lot because shortly after that we realized that, hey, not everybody wants to be on camera.
That's right. So that's what I was going to, when the people who come up to me and ask, hey, when's the next one? My response is, when are you going to be on?
That's exactly right. Like, my buddy who sent me that text, I was like, man, you could be on there. He goes, nah, dog, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you can, man.
Join us. That's what everybody
it's just
says.
A piece of plastic that I broke.
They don't want to they don't want to put their story on camera. Number one, I just don't want to be on camera.
Right.
And number two is, nobody wants to hear my story. No, I don't have a good story.
Right. You might, though.
Well, that's the beauty of it.
And if it's not a good story, nobody's going to listen to it.
Everybody has a good story, though.
Right.
Everybody. Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of good stories that we're going to share at some point. But we want to hear your stories. We don't want you guys to sit down and listen to us talk.
But we will sit down and talk. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Because we realize that, everybody has some good stories, and they just don't want to be on camera. And this last Saturday, we were listening to the Georgia game. No, 2 weeks ago. Right?
Yeah, South Carolina game.
South Carolina game. We were over at Alan Treese's house, and we were hearing some great stories, and we're like, dude, this should be on a podcast.
Yep.
And they're like, we don't want to be in front of the camera.
We also watched Georgia destroy South Carolina that day.
Yeah, we did.
And we talked about it, I believe we talked about it on our first introduction, how we had just gotten done watching Georgia destroy South Carolina.
Right.
Then the last 2 weeks, we've seen, I don't know what you want to call that. I call them wins.
I mean, win's a win. But it wasn't.
I'm sure there's a bunch of Florida Gator fans that would trade places with us right now.
Right.
I'm certain of it.
Yes. Well, it wasn't what we wanted.
No,
obviously. But a win's a win.
It didn't look like the first few games.
Back to that. Anyway, back to how we screwed up the podcast and all that. Anyway, we're talking about how we heard so many good stories.
Yep.
And they were like, man, that's what we need to put on there. And like, we just can't get them on there. So we said, hey, man, if we can't get anybody, we'll come out here once a week if we can make it, and we'll get the kids on there. And my wife, she said she'd be on there, but she got to have time to get ready.
Yeah. If you don't want to come, get your kids on here, and your kids
have
will
great
tell
stories.
Better stories.
Got some good stories about you.
Yeah, that you probably don't want on camera.
But I know my kid is dying to be on there. Drew said she'd get on there if Tricia goes.
Yeah.
And then I think we got Teresa, my mother-in-law. I think she's down for it.
And her and Al are in Egypt right now.
Which is a great story.
A story that we definitely want to bring to you guys. We want to hear. I don't think I know anybody who's ever been to Egypt.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I just want people, when you talk to someone and they're like, tell us your story, that's sort of like, I don't know what to talk about. Well, I just showed me a picture. She sent some, Teresa sent us some pictures of, when they were in Egypt on some camels, and there was the pyramids behind them, and I'm like, that's the story. I'm going to throw that picture down and tell us about that story. And that's all it is. It's that simple.
That's right.
You know, just like behind us. There's some pictures on the wall behind us.
Yeah. There's a picture right there. You guys can't see it.
I don't know, it's like got his legs or something.
Tony Baselli and it's Al Joyner, and they're standing on the sideline at the Jaguar Stadium.
Right.
And Tony Baselli is the only Jacksonville Jaguar who's in the National.
And it looks like it was
probably the first year the Jaguars had a team or something.
Probably. And it was a while ago.
96.
Yeah. It's been 20.
I want to hear that story.
I want to hear the story of why he was standing there, who took the picture.
Yeah.
And just that's all we want to know. And it's that simple.
That's
and that's 15 minutes of fame that you remember forever.
That's just an example of how easy it is to find a story that we can talk about anything.
It's like, what's that country song where Grandpa would tell me about that picture there?
Yeah. That picture on the wall.
Yeah. Just.
Yep.
That's that simple.
It in color. We were literally just listening to that song outside.
Yes, exactly. That might be why I jogged my memory. But that's what we want, and we have found it to be really difficult to get people. And even I would thought like some guys our age would want to hop in there too, but everybody I've talked to, like, man, I don't know, man.
Well, it was tough on us too. I mean, the first time we sat down and tried to do this, it was awkward and it was strange, and we worked through it a little bit, and then the excitement that we felt after that first video has carried over into every time that we've done this. We have had so much fun.
That's the word, yeah. I mean, when you hit the last guitar out, we call that outro. When you hit that and you go off to the side, man, and hit pause on the camera, it's such a good feeling. You just want to go right back and do it again.
That's right.
And that's why we're doing it. So
I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get some people in here. I was telling you, me and Trisha got on the golf cart the other day, and we were riding around our neighborhood.
Right.
And there was an older lady and an older gentleman outside, and they were dragging sprinklers around the yard, watering grass and stuff. And they got a real interesting grapevine set up. So I wanted to know about their grapes. So I just whipped my golf cart into their yard, and of course Trisha was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "I want to find out about these people." Yeah.
She did this.
Tommy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Exactly what she did.
So I pulled in, and I met this, and I'm not going to say their names because I really want to get them on here. It was an 82-year-old man. I'm not sure. I don't remember how old the lady was. But that day was their 60th wedding anniversary.
Man,
and they're in the yard dragging sprinklers around. So I just wanted to find out about their grapevine. Me and Trisha spent an hour to an hour and a half talking to them.
Yeah, you hit them on their anniversary, man. That's amazing.
We found out where they were from, how they met, how long they've been together. They told us that they had traveled to 49 of the 50 states. And I said, well, let me guess, you haven't been to Hawaii. Oh, we've been to Hawaii. We hadn't been to Rhode Island.
That's
of
crazy.
All places. And I said,
we can't tell them the whole story.
That's right. That's right.
Because that'd be great
an
for them.
example of how easy it is to just
meet someone.
bump into somebody, and that was just a random person on my street. I've lived beside. They lived in that house for 4 years, and I've never talked to them. Right. And I just decided to talk to them and heard one of the best stories and met some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yeah, it's just like there's just stories everywhere. It's like we went to a beach. Was it last year?
Yeah.
And dude, you started just talking to people.
Yeah.
It was like a thing you wanted to do that day. So I'm going to talk to people. And you met a guy who still, to this day, he will send you a happy birthday on Facebook.
That's the guy we need to get on.
I bet he has a great story.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, you know what? I bet he would do it because he ended up being from Douglas.
Well, he was a line dancer.
Yes.
He was teacher, whatever you call a line dancer, instructor.
Right. Yeah,
and him and his wife were out there twirling around.
Yeah.
I just went up to him and said, hey, man, how'd you learn how to do this?
Yeah.
And he told me how, and I said, where are you from? And he said, Douglas, Georgia. I said,
no freaking way.
No way. And he was. So that's another example. What you mentioned the other day when we messed up the podcast about your brother-in-law.
Yeah. Oh, Trevor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got...
He was one of the ones that asked when we were...
Oh, yeah, I saw him. It was last week, and he's like, hey, man, we never do another one. I was like, dude, we're trying to come today.
Trevor.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Come sit down with us. And I bet he's got some doozies.
Yeah. Well, we do have one person who's agreed to sit down with us, and he had a medical issue, I guess you'd call it, last week. He had some surgery, and he's recovering from that. And he is going to have some of the best stories. And
oh, man.
As bad as I want to tell you who it is,
I'm
not going to yet, because I want to have him fully recovered, fully healthy.
Yeah. He's probably going to pick on us, too, so I want him to be...
I hope so.
Yeah, perfect.
That's what we want you to do, is come on here and be yourself.
Yeah.
We don't have to pretend to be. That's what me and you are doing.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
this is who we are.
Yeah.
We like to sit down and make fun of each other. And,
yeah.
You know, but we're good buddies, and that's what friends do.
Yeah, we just got out here today. We're like, hey, man, let's go check out the...
well, we got to redo what we messed up. You know, that was the thing.
That's one thing. That was irritating.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, on the first one, we're like, you know, it's hard for us to get time because we both have families, we both work and all that, but we're trying to make time because it is fun. So when we got here today, we're like, hey, man, before we make it, let's go out there and check out some cameras and check out the...
We put some apples out yesterday. Was that yesterday when we messed it up?
Sunday. Yeah.
So Sunday we messed up the podcast.
Yeah.
We put some apples out for the deer. Went down there. Something's been eating them. So that's cool. I mean,
probably not a deer.
Probably not a deer.
Yeah, like who knows what it is? Squirrel.
Yeah.
I don't know if squirrels eat apples.
Bigfoot.
Yes, definitely Bigfoot.
So the point is, we need some people that are willing to sit down, get in front of the camera,
yeah.
You know, tell your story, just have a conversation. I kind of feel like we should probably stop saying tell the story, because you don't have to have a story.
No, I'm not really.
Talk to us.
Yeah, just come and hang out and let us get to know you.
It's fun when you put these headphones on and you can hear these things going on, and you're talking to the microphone. It seems strange at first, and then when you get going, it's so exciting.
Yeah, and it's just really something to do.
We got all kind of buttons we can press.
We're trying to learn how to play with buttons, and we're really not good at them because this is our second time making this podcast. So,
yeah,
we were here we were here Sunday, and we were making podcasts, and it took us. The first time, I would say, it took us 5 hours to set up.
Yeah.
This time, we were down to about 3, maybe 2.5 hours set up. Yeah. We might have been faster than that, but we just found random stuff. I love the horns. We found those. Found another set of horns that we're getting out for the next one.
Yep.
And then we started I broke the camera, and it was just terrible.
And we started trying to find a place to set up and see what the best things were. And, of course, we want to have the Georgia sign behind us. But if we can get, if I can get a Florida friend...
No, we're not going to do that. No.
Sorry.
I mean, we'll put like a gator getting eaten by...
We'll just take it down and put nothing.
Yeah.
But we're not going to hang the gator sign up.
No, if you like Georgia, we'll still leave it hanging. I mean,
it is our podcast.
Exactly. Right. You can...
We're not going to bring you in and let you take over with the gator stuff.
Exactly. And even if you say go Gators, we might delete it.
And Trevor's a gator, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, he is.
Okay.
That's probably his only flaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Maybe we get Melissa on here and find out about if that is his only flaw. Could be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. She won't even touch this camera.
So what you're saying is, that first time it took us about 5 hours to get set up, find a place. Sunday, I was in Valdosta at a baseball tournament. You were doing what Sunday? Family stuff, hanging out, enjoying the weather.
Birthday.
Had your sister's birthday. Then I drive back from Valdosta. We come out here. Kids are situated. We're like, hey, me and you do this real quick. Just you and I showed up. It took us almost 2 hours to get set up here with the equipment and to set this table up and these awesome bullhorns that we don't know the story behind, but we're going
to get that story.
And
I hope he found it on the side of the road or something.
And as soon as we're getting ready, we're testing it. Blake knocks the camera off and breaks the camera.
Yeah, did. Then we had to.
Then he kind of rigs it back up where it works again, and then we sit here and record the entire 45-minute podcast, and guess what? Didn't work. So we're here today and resetting everything. So I came out here at 5:30 today and got everything set up. You were with your daughter doing horses. She rides horses. So
actually, but Drew took over from me for that today, and I was cooking.
Oh, he was cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully they're okay. They're eating it now. So
I've had your cooking.
It's delicious when you're hungry.
Yeah. So the point is, it takes us a little while to get set up, and we have family things going on, and our kids and our family are our first priority, like they should be. And we want to put one of these a week out. Just don't know if we can do that.
It's going to prove to be difficult. We'll try because we do enjoy it. If we, like next weekend, you got a baseball tournament going on.
I'll be in Brunswick this Saturday playing ball.
There's there's no telling. I got a soccer game on Thursday. Who knows?
Yep.
But we will try.
What we want to do is get 5, 6, 7 of people to come on, sit down with us and talk. and then I can have a bank of them and just put one out a week.
Right.
So if we could literally do 4 or 5 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a day.
Like if we can come out here and get when Alan and his buddies are out here and just convince 1 or 2 of them to make a few videos, we can do it in 10 minutes. You know, we don't have to make a 20-minute video.
Yeah, you don't have to tell your whole life story. You can just tell a couple stories. Just have a conversation. Because it's funny how as you get going, it just kind of flows.
Snowballs and just
gets you're just sitting here talking to your friend.
Right.
And that's what we want it to be. So
said there's some crazy hanging down lights that we set up, and there's a camera there. But
yeah, when you look around this room and see all the amazing pictures and the people that are in them, I'd like to have everybody in person in every one of these pictures come sit down with us.
But I think we have some ideas. Next time we want to get a screen behind us with the logo. I think we got that where we can actually do it.
I think we can do it.
So I was thinking maybe if you get back in town from your game, maybe Sunday afternoon, kids could come out here and play, and we could probably get maybe the kids or the wives on here. If we go ahead and plan it, tell them about it now.
I think it's going to be tougher to get our wives on here than we think.
I think it is too.
Because Tricia says she may do it if Drew does it, and Drew says she may do it if Tricia does it.
So I think we both should say, hey, Tricia's. I'm gonna tell Drew that Tricia's in.
You can't say that now on this, and then they're gonna see this.
Maybe Drew won't watch it. She don't like hearing me
She's gonna watch it.
No, she will, man. We enjoy watching it. It's funny to watch it.
And if you see these, share them on Facebook. Get the word out. Spread the word a little bit. That way, the more people that see it, the more people may be
interested in it.
Come sit down and talk with us.
And if it gets where people are calling us and, hey man, I'll come and hang out with y'all, we're like, sure.
I've already got that. I got a couple people already this week. You can go look at my Facebook page and see a comment on there. Somebody commented about my flag, and he happened to be a Georgia Tech fan.
Yeah.
And he said, if you take that flag down, you need, I forget what the exact comment was, you need to do something about that ugly red thing behind you.
Oh, yeah?
And
like the blue and gold's even better?
I responded something like, it sounds like somebody hurt you. You should come sit down and talk about it. And he said, I'm down. He would be a great guest. I'd love to have him.
Hey, man, I'll throw Georgia Tech the flag up there beside that Georgia one. I mean,
this ain't a football talk.
No, that's just who we like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The national champions.
Yeah.
See. And everybody always has to ask me, what's in the cup? What are you drinking in the cup?
I don't have my cup today.
I'm drinking ice water in my cup.
Thirsting to death right
Exactly. Because it's so hard to sit here and talk.
Yeah.
And it happens. And
like
that's why
I finished eating and just came straight over.
And you don't like to have your cup out here. I have to sit here and drink my water, or else.
Oh, I'm regretting not having it. So, anyway. But yeah, man, that'd be cool. It'd be cool to get hey, listen, you know, we should make a thing, man. If like you want to come and do a sit down with us, bring your team, get a little flag or something, bring it.
We can
just keep them hanging. Yeah. You know what I mean? We'll just rotate them in and out.
And what we intend to do is take a picture of everybody that comes in, and we'll put
some pictures up. Yeah, if we
got room for it, and Al doesn't care.
I don't think he cares. This is. Did we mention that we're back at the farmhouse, just in a different room? Yeah. And I think if this room doesn't work out, we're gonna move to another one.
And we can come to you too. You do not have to come to us. No. It's mobile. We can come wherever you're comfortable with. You know, it's not a problem to take this thing. I bring it in a book bag out here.
Yeah.
We've got it in boxes. We can show up, and I've got it. I think I set it up today in less than 20 minutes. So without you in the way breaking stuff, then I can just throw everything up and wait for you to show up.
What can I say? I don't have anything. I messed it up.
Yeah.
But I messed it up.
So this is the call. We're putting out the call for anybody and everybody to come sit down.
Hey, and if not, dude, we'll be here next Sunday if we get a chance.
We're going to be here.
We'll be here Sunday, and we'll be talking. I'll throw some kids in here, and we'll make a funny video. We'll tell jokes. I mean, or we'll say a story. We'll go find some pictures. We got some pictures. We got a story, man.
I got plenty of stories and plenty of pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm telling you, every person has a story because everybody's unique and nobody's the same.
You know what we should? Okay, after this, we'll do another story about the time that we were filming when we were deer hunting, and I had the GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
That was a funny story.
Oh yeah,
let's make a 5-minute clip. We should clip it.
I think I got the clips.
That would be funny. Idiot. That was funny, man. We need to put that out. Yeah.
And we're going to be heading down to Jacksonville for the Georgia-Florida game. I'm taking you for the first time this year. My friend Bryce is flying in from Dallas. He's going to go with us. We're definitely going to have the camera. We're going to have the equipment there. Hopefully we can
sit down with those guys in the room. That'd be fun.
There are some unbelievable stories there.
Oh, dude, Bryce alone, man. I want to hear the NASCAR story.
Yeah.
The NASCAR story.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And there's a story, we call it the Hector and the Dent Wizard story. It's about a fight that we saw in downtown Jacksonville when we were at Georgia, Florida. Probably we were 24, 25 years old, maybe.
Oh, really?
And a couple of homeless dudes got in a huge fight, and I got to have Brian Thomas on.
We got to stop talking, man. We've been rambling on.
And the reason we call it Hector and the Dent Wizard is because one guy's name was Hector. He told us his name, and the other guy had on a T-shirt that said Dent Wizard on it. So it was Hector versus the Dent Wizard.
Well, hey, that's up and coming.
That's up and coming.
That's right. And we know that's going to be there because we'll be there at Georgia, Florida together. So.
Yeah. But we appreciate you guys checking us out. Again, please share it on Facebook, comment on it, do whatever. Just bring interest to us so we can get people.
Listen to us. Yeah.
You just got to keep hearing us too. So we're going to play a commercial here. We're going to end it with a commercial. It sounds funny to say commercial because it's not a commercial. It's a commercial that you probably heard on the local radio in Douglas.
Right.
It came from Carver Baptist, the church that I go to.
So we'll throw out our closing and then...
Yep. It's about Operation Christmas Child. That's when you pack boxes. They send them overseas. They put all kinds of neat stuff in the boxes for the kids, and then they get to hear the gospel story.
Yeah, it's important, you know. I mean,
it is. So
yeah. Well, thanks for listening to us, for watching us. We're gonna hit the guitar music because I love it, and then
hear that one more time. There you go,
guys.
Catch us next time.
See you.
Hi, I'm Monica Watson. And I'm Kathy Wilcox from Carver Baptist Church. We volunteer with Operation Christmas Child and have been blessed to be a drop-off location for the past 15 years. Our collection date for this year is November the 14th through the 21st. Anyone can pack a shoebox. Individuals, families, churches, and groups fill empty shoeboxes with school supplies, hygiene items, toys, and more. Plus, these kids get to hear the gospel of Jesus through a discipleship program called The Greatest Journey. Visit our website, carverbaptistchurch.net, for more information.